Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to explain you what is cost of goods sold. In short, we will called as COGS. Now, what does this cost of goods sold mean? Cost of goods sold is the total amount your business paid as a cost directly related to the sale of products. Depending on your business, that may include products purchased for resale, raw materials, packing, and direct labor related to the producing or selling the goods. Now, how this COGS formula is calculated? The COGS formula is calculated by adding purchases of the period to the beginning inventory. Beginning inventory means in case if you have any closing stocks of the last year, which is called as a beginning inventory, and then what you do is the purchases what you made, okay, you have to add these purchases to the beginning inventory. That means you treat purchase as A, beginning inventory as B. That means A plus B equals to C. That is your total purchases. Then you have to subtract the ending inventory. Ending inventory means after all the sales is done, whatever the stocks are left, so that you are going to evaluate and you are going to subtract it from the COGS formula. Now, how this formula applies? So the COGS formula would be beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory. Please make a note of it. Beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory. This is how normally we do the COGS as a manual accounting. Now, wherein Focus-ERP, I will show you how to automate this process, okay, doing the transactions. So let me take you to the ERP now. Log in to the ERP. Once you are logged in, let me show you some checkpoints. In settings, click on configuration transactions. When you click on configuration transactions, first thing, your inventory tag should be enabled as warehouse. Okay, this is must. Okay, in case if you are maintaining any accounting tag, you can just select the tag here. Otherwise, you can leave it. If you are not maintaining, if you don't have any other branches, you can just leave it. Now, here in the preferences on the left hand side, you have a inventory component. Let me search the inventory component. This is my inventory component. Now you see here, you have the preferences here. Okay, so many preferences. Just scroll down. Here you have a COGS. Okay, you have to enable this option called integrate inventory with accounts. If you enable this option, then only the COGS starts working in FocusERP. Once you enable this, click on update. You will get a message. Do you want to save the changes? Say OK. Once you saved, here you got a message, data saved successfully. Now you can close this menu. Once you have closed, the second point is, now go to the home screen, click on masters, click on accounts. Here in accounts, you have a sales account. You may have different sales accounts. You may have sale of furniture, sale of home appliances, and sale of electronics. So where this sales account will appear, click on revenue, click on sales group. Here I have three accounts: sales furniture, sales electronics, sales home appliances. So my company is dealing with these three different scenarios of the sales. So these three accounts you have to create. Whichever account is relevant in your business, you have to create those accounts as a sales accounts. Okay, after this, what you have to do is you have to create a COGS accounts. I'll go to masters again, accounts. Now where these COGS accounts will come. Now you have expenses. Under expenses you have direct expenses. Okay, here you can see you have a purchase account, you have COGS account of furniture, electronics and home appliances. Like this you have to create the account. When you create the account type should be as a purchases. Okay, after these accounts are created, there is one more account which you need to create, that is your asset account, which is your current assets, inventories. In the inventory group you have to create the inventory account. In COGS what happens is, by default in the purchases, when you book any transaction you will select the purchase account, but where in COGS you have to select only inventory account. Purchase account is no more exist. This is how the COGS will start configuring and working. So now let me edit this account and show you what is the type of this account. Here the type you have to give it as inventory. Okay, please make a note of it. Whatever the inventory accounts you create, the type should be as a account type should be as a inventory, and this should be grouped under current assets under inventory group. Okay, so I have shown you the COGS accounts, I have shown you the inventory accounts, I have shown you the sales accounts. Anyway, you have the account payables, which are your vendors, which comes under liabilities, under trade payables. Now you see you have a vendor, vendor B, vendor A and vendor B. Okay, this is a trade payable account. So these all points you have to make a note of it. After this, what you have to do is you have to do a purchase. Now let me go to the purchase voucher. I am just searching through a quick search. I'll go to the purchase voucher. In the purchase voucher, make sure that you click on settings and configure these options. Okay, the warehouse should be there in the header. Okay, or if you need in body, you can keep it in body. Now I go to the miscellaneous. Here you have to click a select account in every line. In case if you are buying a different type of purchases from one vendor, say you are purchasing furniture as well as home appliances from one vendor, if he sends you a bill which is included both the furniture and home appliances, so how this is possible? So you have to click line wise, so that every line you can select the inventory account. Also you have to check these options called do not restrict account type 1 and account type 2. Once this is done, you click on update. Make sure your update stock should be there, update FA should be there. Select account in every line should be checked in the posting details. In case of any currency you are using, you can select currency. Okay, click update and close. Once you click update, you get a message data saved successfully. Once you are closed, let me go to the purchase voucher. Now you see here I got a vendor account. Let me select a vendor account. Now I will select my warehouse. Okay, whenever you are purchasing, make sure that the warehouse tag should be enabled, otherwise you cannot check your stocks. If you are maintaining inventory, the warehouse tag should be enabled in the required transactions. Okay, let me select the item. Say I am buying a chair. Okay, now as soon as I select my item, whatever item I have selected, you see here by default the purchase account has come. Now how this purchase account has come? Now I will show you one more checkpoint here. I'll just close this for a moment. Now I go to a home button, click on masters, click on item, then click on again item. Here I have created 3 products. Okay, just now I have shown you how to create the accounts in the accounts master. Those accounts we are going to configure in the item master. Then only the COGS starts working in the purchases and sales what you have done. Now let me open this, edit this account, select this and edit this account. When I edit this account, make sure that the units should be specified. What is the unit you are selling? The base unit, sell unit and purchase unit. After this, you have an option called other details. Now here you have to configure the relevant accounts. You have cost of issue account. Okay, this you have to configure with cost of goods sold furniture. Here the stock account should be inventory furniture. Now this account which is directly populating in my purchase voucher. Here sales account I have given sales furniture. What is my WIP account? This WIP account is essential if you are manufacturing any goods. Okay, so now I have given as a cost of goods sold as furniture. In case of any manufacturing, this account will be useful. Okay, in case when you are doing a physical stocks, now if there is any discrepancy in your stocks, now which account it has to affect? It has to affect the same account, which is cost of goods sold furniture account. In case of excess it is found, then also it should affect the cost of goods sold furniture account only. For a case if any goods returned from your customer, then which account it should affect? Whichever account you have posted at the time of sales, the same account it has to be reverse, which is our cost of goods sold furniture account. Like this you have to configure all the accounts in the other details of item master, then save. Once this is saved, it will update the backend process. So like this I have given for the other product also. Let me show you that. Now you see here I have configured a different account. Like this, whichever account is there, you just configure it. You can configure it. Okay, based on this you can get the COGS. Once this configuration is done, now let me go to the purchase voucher. Let me purchase 2 items from one vendor, 1 item from one vendor. Okay, this vendor A will supply my furniture as well as my home appliances. I'll just select my Nilkamar chair. I am purchasing 100 quantity for the price of 300. Okay, then I'll purchase a Crompton instant geyser. Okay, now you see it has given inventory home appliances. Now this one I have purchased 5 pieces. This I'll just give it as 4750 and then save. When I save this, let me show you how this posting will happen. I have a posting details here. Now you see here I have purchased 2 products. So what the system did is, normally in the accounting term the purchase accounts has to be debited and the vendor account has to be credited and relevant tax accounts has to be debited and credited. So here what it did is, it has debited the inventory accounts, which is our assets, current assets, okay, and it has credited the vendor account. This is how the COGS posting will start happening in the purchase voucher. Okay, now if you go and see your trial balance, okay, let me go to my trial balance. This is my trial balance. Here what I'll do is I'll just select as date range as on date. Okay, it will take up to my current date, and accounting level I have given as 4. Now I'll click on OK. Now you see here what happened. Okay, this is showing I have my inventories of 53,750. So this 53,750 has split into two parts. One is inventory furniture and inventory home appliances. This is how you can see your trail balance and balance sheet spontaneously. Okay, normally in purchases what happens, you have to see the purchases only in the P&L. Okay, let me go to the balance sheet and show you how the inventory transactions have affected. Search for the balance sheet, select as on date or date range, then give the level, whichever level you want to prefer to see. I'm selecting as last level and press OK. Here you see I have the inventory which I have purchased 1,09,750. Also it is showing what are the furniture value, what is the electronics I have purchased, what is the home appliances I have purchased. Furniture, which is my Nilkamal chairs, electronics is my OnePlus TV, and my home appliances is my geyser. Okay, this is how spontaneously you can see your inventory figures in the balance sheet. You don't need to take the physical stocks. This is how the COGS will work according to the balance sheet. Now normally what happens when we do a purchases, basically the purchase value will show in the P&L, wherein in COGS the inventory value will show in the balance sheet. That is the difference between normal purchase and COGS purchase. So let me show you the profit and loss also. Now when I go to profit and loss and select my as on date and click OK, here you see there is no results. That means until unless you don't do any sales, the COGS will not affect in the profit and loss. Now let me do one sales and show you how it affects. Let me go to sales invoice. Okay, in the sales invoice, make sure that you have a warehouse master which updates inventory. Also in the miscellaneous, whichever you have update stocks, there the COGS will affect. In case if you are maintaining a delivery channel, there when you tick the update stocks, okay, the COGS will get affected. In case if you have only financials in sales invoice, just remove these update stocks and see how it is going to work. Okay, for some reasons you don't need the COGS postings to happen. For those kind of transactions you check this. So for this voucher I am not checking because I need the COGS. So click on update, then close. Now when I go to new transaction and select one of my customer is purchasing goods from me. Okay, I am just removing these goods from main warehouse. These are my issues. Let me select my OnePlus TV. Okay, whatever account you have set in the item master, that will come here. Okay, here you see it is showing as home appliances, where my sales account should be electronics. Okay, so let me go and see my item master. In the item master, if I go to my OnePlus TV, in the other details, now you see here it is given as sale of home appliances, where we have to give sale of electronics, then only this respective account will get effect in the sales. Now let me go to the sales invoice. I'll select customer A, I'll select my warehouse, then I select my required item to be sold. I'm just selling this TV for 60,000. Okay, also I am going to sell my home appliances Crompton instant geyser, which is 6,000. Okay, let me save this. Click on pick amount and click on OK to save this voucher. Once this voucher is saved, you can go to the previous voucher and see the posting details on the right hand side. When you click the posting details, now you see here it has affected customer A. The sale value is 66,000, which is showing in the invoice. The sale also, it is showing 60,000 only. Okay, sale home appliances, it's showing 6,000. Okay, and sale electronics, it's showing 60,000. Okay, there are two type of sales. Okay, 60 and 6,000. Now you see what is the COGS affected here. For the electronic item OnePlus TV, what I have sold, it has taken 56,000, where I have sold this for 60,000. Home appliances item, it is showing 4750, where I have sold this for 6,000. Now what will happen in the P&L account? Let us see that effect now. Let me go to the P&L account, profit and loss. I'll select as on date. Okay, I'll select OK. Now you see, spontaneously I got my profit. Okay, here in the expenses, it is showing what is my cost of goods sold, what is my revenue. Okay, 66 minus 56. Okay, and 4750, which is my direct expenses, 60,750. Okay, if I subtract this 60,750 from this 66,000 credit, it will show me my profit is showing 5,250. This is how the COGS will work in FocusERP. If you like my video, please subscribe and give a like. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let us meet in the upcoming videos.